Heading out the rake. I got the wheel rake. For the first time ever, we're going to use all 3 rakes at once. The wheel rake and those John Deere 660 bar rakes. I believe that's the model, 660. I'm in the smaller 40x40. The newer one that we have, but it's an older model. I believe this is a 1980, and the other one's an 82. Then on little rakes is the 30-20, and the other 40x40 is on the little rake. Yes, it's a bit overkill. So is this, but smallest tractors we have is the ones that are raking. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get drone video at all for raking or baling. You can't really be driving a tractor flying your drone. It's pretty well impossible in my eyes. Unless you fly like way up and you just tilt the camera, but it never worked out too good for me. And I hope these mirrors are adjusted, because I don't think they are. They need to be pointed in a little bit down. But I can still see out of them, so I have no left turns. The only left turn I have is up here, getting onto the highway. Otherwise, I do have a left turn over there, but if I'm on the highway, I should be fine. Down on the gravel, and then my other turn is a right turn, so yeah, I need both hands and my whole mind to drive on this road. So let you know when I get to the field. I got to the field. I raked the path up because it's an outside round, but it goes way back. But what we do, the smartest way to rake hay with a V-rake is start on the inside. You rake everything on the inside, so you leave the 6 outside rounds. That way your ends can be somewhat messy. And then you come in and you do the most inside, outside round. And then you rake your way out. That's the best way to rake with a V-rake, because once you come in this way, it'll clean up the fields much better, and you won't have clumps all over the place for the round mower to come pick up. Anyway, I got the camera set up. Make sure it's still on. I believe it is. Anyway, I'll let you know when I'm done, or if I have anything else to talk about. one of the little rakes broke. Well, not broke, I guess the rim got bent and it don't work very good. But otherwise, Tate's up on the other side of them trees. Raking with the bar rake. I'm in the V-rake. Not in, driving the V-rake. Anyway, seems to be raking a little better here. That's because there's not a turn and a dip at the same time. That's why that one spot was really, really bad at the front. Almost got the insides done. And this piece of crap radio keeps on turning. So, what ifs? Raking garbage hay out here today. Garbage, I don't know. Not gonna do any drone video raking, I don't think, because it's just so crappy. I don't really even want to film anything with raking or baling anymore. This is a really terrible crop. You know, they're talking good. Saturday through the next Tuesday, so what? 8 days, 9 days, they were talking good. So we cut stuff down, and they added in the chances of rain. I wouldn't be surprised if the last thing of raking you see for first crop, because I just don't want to film our junk anymore. I mean, it looks like straw is what we're raking. It looks just like straw. Anyway, I need 3 hands to rake, but I'm holding my camera, so whatever. This won't be very dry either when we get it baled, but we need to do something. We need to do something.